It is Wednesday, April 13th in the MLB, and I'm Austin from Calling Our Shot.
And I'm Logan from Calling Our Shot.
We are back. We got 13 games on the slate. We got our favorite over-under, run line, player prop, and NRFI coming your guys' way.
Make sure, as always, to hit that subscribe button if you're new. Maybe you guys are just stumbling upon our MLB picks page for the first time. Buckle in. We're going to be doing these videos all season long, so you definitely want to be a part of our channel and a part of our community, because that's what Calling Our Shot is. And also drop a like on our video. It does really help others see our page as well.
100%, Logan. Couldn't agree more. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you click that like button too. We really would appreciate it. Now, let's hop in and let's talk about who we do these videos for. It's all the viewers out there. So hit that subscribe button, and we do it for our COS All-Stars. We can't do without you guys. That's our YouTube membership. I don't like to overbeat it into your head too much, but we appreciate all those people out there. They get all our plays about an hour or so early before the videos drop. If you want to become an All-Star, click the join button on the channel or the link in the description. And I'll even probably put it in the pinned comment as well. Only costs $2.99 a month. Our newest All-Stars, Angelo, Gio, William, Ryan, Harold, SGC5, Thomas, and Charles. We appreciate you guys all for supporting us. We really can't do it without you. So thank you again. Now, as a reminder, we're doing these daily videos. We did our NBA best bets videos. Those were actually posted last night, so definitely go check out those for tonight's play-in games. And a reminder, we're doing our parlay of the day every single day or every single business day on OddsJam. The link is down below. I'll also pin it in the description and in the comment section down below. We missed yesterday's parlay was just a backbreaker, and which kind of segues us into a recap of yesterday. And we're going to kind of try to do it differently. I obviously post this onto Twitter. Make sure you're following us at Calling Our Shot. Our first disappointing day, a real disappointing day in the MLB. We were 2-2. I think 3 times, 3-1 2 times, then yesterday a 1-3 day. The Cardinals, they gave up a late inning home run, and that sold not only our play, but that was also the only leg of our parlay that didn't hit. Red Sox team total first 5. Logan and I talked about it on the podcast. About as comical as it gets. They get 0 runs the first 5 innings, hit you with 3 runs in the 6th inning, and then they end up actually hitting their team total over without any or over 4.5 without any runs in the first 5. And then the San Francisco Padres NRFI. Yu Darvish hosting batting practice in that first inning. But Aaron Judge, all rise. He comes up clutch and cashes. That's our 5th straight player prop cash. We're on a pretty good run in those. But let's get into today's action. And Logan, we're going to start with you for your first official play.
All right, so bounce back day incoming, and I'm starting in the Astros versus Diamondbacks, game, and I'm taking the Astros run line -0.5 in the first 5 innings, -110 odds on DraftKings. Austin's pulling up our sponsor OddsJam. A lot of you guys still asking, where we get our odds from. Again, OddsJam. Austin, I think we'll probably drop a link in either the comments.
That's exactly where you can find our parlay. You can go look at the parlay and then compare odds. It's a win-win.
Yep. So definitely navigate to those links. It's a very useful tool that OddsJam has, and you can see how I'm finding the best value, -110 right there on DraftKings. But Houston, the Astros were one of my most profitable teams all of last year. They always came through when I needed it. I expect them to. I kind of have to go to the well when we're in this figure out period of the MLB, right? Who's going to be good? Who's going to be bad? I think it's more likely than not that the Astros are going to be good and the Diamondbacks are going to be bad. Now, yesterday the Astros barely squeaked by the Diamondbacks, but all I'm asking for in this bet is a 1-run lead through 5 innings. I know we've been getting really unlucky on the first 5 bets, but the ties will turn. Valdez should be on the mound, 2.88 road ERA in 2021. Anything under a 3 ERA is something I'm very comfortable with. Valdez came on late for them last year. 6 2 car horn in the background. 6 2/3 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, and a 1.5 WHIP versus the Padres. In his 2022 start. Well, actually, no, that's Kelly. My bad. Kelly, 4 innings pitched and 0 earned runs and a 1.5 WHIP versus San Diego in his 2022 start. So, he had, 0 earned runs, but a 1.5 WHIP. Like I said, guys, earned runs isn't always the telltale stat. I still way prefer Valdez over Kelly, simply based off their season stats from last year. And I can just trust Valdez a little bit more. Houston won the first 5 also versus Ohtani with Valdez on the mound this year already. So, Ohtani obviously is the better pitcher than Valdez, but you know what? The Houston, can bring the bats. 8th in runs, 13th in hits, top 10-ish offense once again this year. Arizona on the other side of the mound, 23rd in runs, 30th in hits. Clear offensive advantage to Houston. And I expect them to at least be able to get us, a 1-run lead through 5 in this battle of the pitching matchups. But Austin, give us your player prop. I'm so ready for this one.
All right, we are back. And like I said, we've been on a pretty good run in player props, I believe 5 straight. We lost our opening day play, and since then we haven't looked back. So we went, 2 days ago, we were with Aaron Savale. Yesterday, we were with Aaron Judge, who came up clutch in the top of the 9th, although he should have hit it in his first at bat, but he got robbed of a late double by a good defensive play. Today, we don't have an Aaron to bet, but we do have a Corbin, and I'm taking Corbin Burns over 6.5 strikeouts, minus 130 on Caesars. So, there really isn't a lot. Caesars is the best value, but you look at the books across the board, we got, minus 130 Caesars, Barstool, minus 130 DraftKings. Don't have a FanDuel line, so if it comes out a little lower, definitely go check out OddsGym and see if they come out with a lower line. Now, I think about Corbin Burns. This guy that's a strikeout specialist. This is the guy that led the league or was near the top of it in strikeouts last season. And then he came out. Everyone took his first matchup against the Cubs, a team that he absolutely roasted last year. Hit him with 4 strikeouts. And he said, you know what? I don't have my stuff today. And he just didn't look all that good. But I think that was him knocking off the rust more so than what we're going to see from Corbin Burns this season, a guy that's only striking out 4 batters. He did what I did like. He did pitch 83 pitches, which is a lot more than we're seeing out of a lot of starters. This is a second start. I imagine he sees another 80 plus, 90 plus pitches today, just because that's who he is. He's their ace. He's the guy they start on opening day because he's their best pitcher. Last year, we saw Corbin Burns averaging 12.61 strikeouts per 9 innings. Very good start, a very good ratio. And look, he hit the over in 20 of 28 starts last season. So I really love to see that. I think we're in a low value at minus 130 at 6.5. We think back to opening day, the line was 6.5. It was like minus 160. And then it even moved up to 7.5 for like minus 110. So they really lowered it because of that first opening day outing. But look, he hit the over in his first 7 starts last season. Granted, he started off this season going under, but today gets the Orioles. And I love the Orioles. I love to watch them. We love Ryan Mountcastle here. It's a team that leads the league in strikeouts at 11.6 per game. That's 2 more than any other team in the MLB. They really have been swinging and missing. They rather, swing for contact. They rather try to swing than to just stand there looking at it. And look, they've been striking out a ton. We look at last year, Corbin Burns and matchups against the teams that touched the top 5 teams that struck out the most last year. Perfect 5 for 5, 7+ strikeouts in all of them. He kind of dropped that down to the top 10 of most strikeout teams. He was 7 of 9. So he did really good. I expect him to bounce back today after a rough opening day outing. So that's my player prop of the day. Corbin Burns over 6.5 strikeouts for the Milwaukee Brewers. We're locking that baby in. Logan, give me your next play.
I love it. Love the prop. I'll be rooting that one on today. But my next pick, I'm going to the Mariners versus White Sox game, and I'm taking the full game over 9 runs, minus 105 odds on BetMGM. Austin, you want to? Okay, there it is. Just a little delay there. So as you can see, minus 105 odds. I'm comfortable with that. He's over under. Minus 110 is the usual. Lines on these. But hey, if I can get minus 105 on OddsJam, I'm going to go get it. Chicago White Sox batting .324 versus left-handed pitchers. So they're batting really well versus lefties. That was a trend we saw last year. And they face my boy, Robbie Ray, grunting Robbie Ray. If you don't know Robbie Ray, he's a bit of a meme pitcher. He's always grunting, being really animated on the mound. Love it for theatrics. But Robbie Ray, he did have a solid start of the year. 7 innings pitched and 1 earned run last week versus the Twins. That's what we expect. The Mariners are expecting Robbie Ray to be the guy. But I want to caution you on something because Robbie Ray being the guy is great in theory and all, but he throws a lot of pitches just right over the plate that can easily turn into home runs. I'm not even kidding. I bet a lot of Robbie Ray last year, and I saw a lot of home runs. So I'm just saying, Chicago White Sox offense, 11th in runs, 2nd in hits, and 1st in Ks. They're showing the plate discipline, being the top team in terms of not striking out. They're 2nd in hits, so they're definitely getting some runners on base, and they're putting up those runs. So they're going to have a lot of run opportunities today versus Robbie Ray, even though he is a high caliber pitcher. At over under being 9, I mean, it's high for a reason, right? One of these 2 pitchers is definitely going to get some runs up on the board. Speaking of the other pitcher, Dallas Keuchel, 1.4 WHIP and a 4.5 ERA versus Seattle back in 2021. Dallas Keuchel was one of those pitchers. I loved betting White Sox last year, but when I saw Keuchel on the mound, I was like, ooh, I can't trust that. Because you know what? Seattle was able to hit him pretty well. Seattle's offense this year, started off slow, super slow, actually. 28th in hits, 29th in runs. Eventually, those numbers will even out a little bit more. The trends will turn. Guys, it's early in the MLB. We're gonna have to figure out a lot of things these first few weeks. So I'm expecting, I'm gonna kind of hopefully jump out in front of the trend. Mariners get me some more offense today. Both bullpens are about middle back of the pack in terms of ERA. So it's not like they're each of them are top 5 bullpens. I think there should be run opportunities still late, and maybe extra innings. Who knows? That's whenever you're taking a over, in full game, you always do get extras on your side. We've seen a ton of games actually go extra innings in the past week or so. So I'm just saying I really do like the over 9 runs in the full game of this one. But Austin, what time is it?
I think I know what time it is because it's NRFI Nation time. We were down bad yesterday. Darvish, you can thank him. He was hosting batting practice. The Giants now look like they're a good offensive team with 13 runs. And I swear last year I didn't follow MLB as much, but I swear the Giants were this team that put like 8 runs up in the first inning and made their stats look pretty good, but really they just only had one like crazy good game. The rest, they weren't very good. But either way, that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about today's NRFI play. We're going to a game. The Mets versus the Phillies. We're taking the no-run first inning bet minus 102 on FanDuel. Yes, you can bet the tie if you want to. It's probably a little less juiced. After the same odds on your book, definitely bet the tie because that would be dumb to bet the NRFI if they're both the same odds. But either way, we look at odds, Jam. Not too bad. I mean, a lot of books have it as around this. We're getting great value on FanDuel minus 102 compared to minus 110, minus 120. I really like this one today. Now you got Aaron Nola on the mound for the Phillies, and Nola's been very solid. He's a very good pitcher. He's I believe he started opening day for him, if not on their second game. And look, he's got a 75% strikeout rate or strikeout percentage, second best in the MLB. He's going to throw strikeouts, and I think he's going to be able to get it done. Now he's going to be taking on Nimmo, Marte, and Lindor. 3 guys that, aren't necessarily going to average over 300 batting average. I think he can get through all of those 3 guys. And we think about it yesterday with worse pitchers, the NRFI did cash yesterday. So we're going for back-to-back today, but we really got an ace on the other side. What about the other side of the coin, Logan?
Yeah, Max Scherzer is scheduled to start for the Mets. 1.23 ERA versus Philly, back in 2021. I feel really good about Max Scherzer, right? He should be able to get us our 3 outs. Yes, he probably is facing Schwarber, Real Muto, Harper, some variation of that. So there's going to be some pretty formidable hitters that he has to get through. But look, the pitching should be superior. Just don't give up a home run. That's what we're asking. Keep the ball in the park, Mad Max, and we should be really good. 2 flyer NRFI flags and get back on track. Yesterday was demoralizing to watch Darvish host batting practice like that. But you know what, guys? We're having fun over here, and we're taking the no-run first inning once again.
100%. We really like that bet. Hopefully we can get that one done. Get back on track. We're 4-2 on no-run first inning bets this season. So hopefully we can go up to 5-2. This is an early first pitch, so definitely make sure you lock that in if you're riding with the squad. But as always, we appreciate you guys for tuning into the daily videos. We have the plays going down on the screen. Don't remember, Odds Jam parlay of the day will be posted a little bit after this video, so definitely go check out that first link at the top of the description. We appreciate you guys. I'll link our 2 NBA videos posted last night, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Hopefully we can get back to winning some money. So we'll see you guys again next week or tomorrow.